good? What's up, guys? Alright, so today I'm going to be hanging out with my nephew Ryder, and we're going to have some arts and crafts time. I got 3 art projects coming up this week. I'm doing all the art projects for Lunar New Year, and it's going to be at, I think, Little Saigon in San Jose, mainly for Tea Lyfe, which is a tea, coffee, and boba shop out there in Little Saigon. The whole theme is going to be revolved around Lunar New Year, and this year is the Year of the Dog. So I came up with a couple designs on the computer, and I'll be working on 2 of them and letting my nephew do the 3rd project all by himself. And I'm just going to take whatever he does and refine it and make it an art piece of its own. So I think it's going to be really cool. I got my painter hat on, and let me show you some of the art projects that I'm working on now, and when it gets here, we'll be working on that other piece together. Alright, let's go. Okay, so what we have here is 5 canvases that me and my nephew could use, you know, in case we mess up at all. There's multiple ones. I have 2 pieces of plywood. One I already started on, which I'll show you the process and what I did and what needs to be done for this to be completed. I have the other piece of wood that needs to be sanded down. I have a couple designs here that I did already, and those have to do with the wood as well, and I'll show you that in a little bit. In here I have my paint brushes that I'm going to use, and then I got some paint. The theme usually is like gold and red, so I got gold, and I believe I have red in here somewhere. Let me check. Oh, see, I do have a giant red acrylic paint. I'm pretty much a amateur artist, so I do have like a bunch of random, you know, like paint brushes and whatnot. This is my big one, a giant paintbrush there, and a whole bunch of other art supplies in here. I'm pretty excited, you know, for my nephew to get here. Until he gets here, I'm going to show you my other art projects, what I did, and what the process was. Alright, let me explain what I have going on here. These are pictures that I made on the computer. So if you can see here, I have 2 different images. One is vertical, one is horizontal. And I took an image and I mimicked the image over and over, so it became a pattern. I don't know if you can tell what this is. These are actually the lanterns that they use during Lunar New Year. And I have this one alternating from red and white, and then putting it underneath and on top and underneath and on top to create this optical illusion created with patterns. So you actually have to focus to see what exactly the shape is, and then you'll understand the theme of the piece. And for this one, I don't know if you can tell what this is, but if you can, that's awesome. This is actually a dog. So I took the shape of a Mi.An.Nu. I layered the head over and over and over again, so it just looks like this squiggly line, when in reality it's like just rows of the dog's head over and over. So as you can see here, I have one piece of wood. This piece of wood is covered with a piece of paper, and this wood was actually cut at Home Depot. I had a couple cut. I have this one right here, and I sanded this one down. Once it was sanded down, I then took one of the images, a thin piece of paper. This paper is very, very thin, and then you cover the piece of wood with an adhesive, like a very sticky glue. You take the piece of paper, and then you make sure it's as flat as possible on the piece of wood. And the picture on the thin piece of paper should have transferred nicely onto the piece of wood. It's not going to be perfect because there are obviously ridges all over the wood, so getting the ink to stick to all those little ridges is going to be difficult. But I think that's what I like about the piece, is imperfections make it the art that it is. This has been glued for a bunch of days already. I think it's been almost a week. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. Let's go. Alright, so the way to get this off is to wet it with water. So what I'm gonna do is get a piece of paper towel, soak the paper towel, and just gently get it wet. You can see the pattern is starting to show underneath. So now that we have all the paper towel cleaned off, we're going to seal the wood with Mod Podge. So this is a matte Mod Podge, and what we're going to do is simply open it up. We're going to go ahead and seal it shut. So this is the final product. There you go. Guess who's here? Hello! Hi! Hi! Look! Hi! Hey dudes! Whoa. Ryder's here now. He has to eat dinner, and then after that, we're gonna paint for a little bit. Hey Ryder, do you like to paint? Love you! Alright. Alright, Ryder. Come here. Go ahead, take the paintbrush. Go, move it. Yeah, help. Like this. Whoa. Go ahead. Whoa. Go push it. So you push down. Whoa, like that. Whoa, cool. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want some more?
Yeah.
Okay, go. You have to use this one, okay? And then we're gonna use white. Yeah, white.
Yeah. Go.
Color. Alright, so now that we have this piece done, we're gonna go ahead and add gold. Okay, come here. We want to say thank you for watching. And we're going to show that off at the Lunar New Year event. So say bye, Ryder.
Bye.
Bye, see you later.
See you later.
Mwah.